Okay, let's do this fucking shit. All right. A big, kind, warm welcome to any and all early arrivals I've got today. Huge stream on tap. New content. And in fact, my unveiling of my love and passion for F1, which I've had for quite some time. I don't really talk about it a huge amount outside of the couple of people that I know that generally keep track of F1 the way that I do. Um, I heard really good things about the Breaking Point story in the previous F1 games. And I heard that it was really good. I haven't seen it, I haven't played it, because I just felt like I didn't really want or need to take the time to hit that before I hit this. And part of the reason why is because a lot of games now have a really good way of going back and showing you what happened, or showing you the basic gist of where the story is and how it got there. So I really wasn't too worried about it. The other reason is this just hit EA Play not too long ago, and I got the access to it, and because I did, I thought, what the hell? Why not start here? We'll see what happened. I'm sure it probably has a recap because most things do, so I'm really not too worried about it. And it seemed like from what I was hearing, it seemed like they did a really good job of dealing with the story aspects of it and really immersing you in not just the role of who you're playing and who I would be playing as a character in the game and by extension on stream, but giving the people watching a really good immersive story that's really badass to see. And I thought it would be really fun. And so here we are. This is kind of me testing this out. I want to see how this goes. I'm hoping people are going to enjoy it. If it's enjoyed and it's loved, hell, I may continue doing this just for the hell of it as they move on. If they keep moving on with the Breaking Point story, maybe I'll make it available for people on my stream just for the hell of it. If people are enjoying it, what the hell? We'll see how it goes. I'm really excited to get into it. I'm happy to have F1 be a focus for now, at least, because it is a passion I've had for a long time. So I'm excited to get into it. I think this is going to be a lot of fun. I am up for the idea of streaming a career as well. That is something I'm okay with doing. I'm okay with the idea. The issue I have with it is I tend to do 100% races, and because I tend to do 100% races in my career, I have so much that I have to pay attention to while I'm on track, and it's for so long that I don't know how much I would be able to pay attention to chat. So that's my issue with that, and I'm not sure how well that would go, or whether or not that's really a viable thing, or whether or not people would be willing to hang out with me while I go through the career, especially knowing that I really wouldn't be able to pay too much attention to chat like I normally am used to doing. But having said that, the Breaking Point story is very different. It's very much a different story, and I'm very much more capable of paying attention to things. So having said all that, let's take a look at this. Let's have some fun. Let's dig into the story and see where things go, shall we? Okay.
Previously in Breaking Point.
Aiden, please tell us, how does it feel to be on the verge of getting behind the wheel for your very first race?
I feel like a little kid. I look around and I'm surrounded by my heroes.
And tell me about Casper Ackerman. How is that relationship coming along?
It wasn't my fault.
Well, whose fault was it then?
He tried to stop them from signing you. Didn't want to play babysitter. We all feel sorry for you, mate. You never stood a chance with him.
I had a call this morning from Christian Horner. You're being watched.
You know what his problem is, don't you? Thinks you're getting too old.
You want respect, you give respect. That's how it works.
How about you give me a little respect?
How about you earn it first? I'm done.
You what?
I'm retiring. Why didn't it work out between you two? He's on more money than me.
What? He didn't want me on the team.
Didn't I? And you thought I was past my best?
So none of this is true?
There's always gossip in the paddock. And ever since he's arrived, there's been one man at the center of it all. I want us to push for fourth. I want us to beat Butler. And I want that seat to go to you.
So Alfa Romeo potentially on track to really upset AlphaTauri here. Butler's closing in on Ackerman. Down the inside he goes, and they've hit each other. Butler into the barrier, and that looks to be the end of the race for him. The Dutchman looks to be continuing and...
It's great to see him still in this fight, Crofty.
Got the third, Aiden.
What about Casper?
We let Aiden pass. Let Aiden pass.
We did it.
We did it. Have you seen the crash yet?
Butler's okay?
Bruised ego, perhaps.
Okay. So after all that, we see a recap of what happened before. Chapter 1, 2022, a new era for Formula One. An overhaul of the technical regulations marks the first major update to the sport for several years. But it's not only the new cars that are turning heads down the paddock.
What was it like bringing a brand new team to the F1 grid?
You know, the first time you see a car, your car, with your branding, your name on it, in an official race, alongside Ferrari, McLaren, Mercedes, that's what it's all about.
You make it sound like a dream come true.
If only.
When did you first get a sense of what was in store for Connor Sport?
2022 season, straight out of the box. The drivers were always going to clash. That was a calculated risk. But the car had problems.
We're midway through the Miami Grand Prix. It's been a cracking race so far, and it's all up for grabs.
Absolutely, Crofty. Some fantastic driving here today. Especially, I have to say, from Aiden Jackson. I don't think I've ever seen the Connor Sport car being put through its paces quite like this.
This is a team, Connor Sport, that have got a lot to prove this season, but Jackson might just be the man to do it.
Okay, Aiden, nice job so far. Let's try and bring that gap down to the car ahead if you can.
Copy that.
Our gap behind is 3.8 seconds.
come on, Hamilton. Give me a break, dude.
Good job. That was the fastest lap of the race so far. The car behind's just boxed for mediums. Car behind on the medium tyre now.
That freaking chicane is... Ugh. That's rough.
Great work. That's a new fastest lap of the race. Okay, here's the gap that we're trailing the car ahead by. 2.2 seconds.
Verstappen. Leclerc just ahead of him.
Nice move. Good job.
Thank you.
That was the fastest lap of the race. Keep this up. Well done.
Just keep it steady. We're doing good. Okay. We've navigated traffic. Things in front of us are clear. Gotten through the hard part. Now I can breathe. Breathe and relax.
5 laps of fuel remaining.
Just drive.
I'm losing power. Why am I losing power?
Oh no.
We see it. We're looking into it.
Oh no.
Okay, I'm afraid you're going to have to retire the car, please, Aiden. Retire the car.
Ah.
You're joking. I'm sorry, Aiden.
Yeah.
Pull over now, please. Pull over now. This is getting ridiculous.
And that's
Come on.
for Jackson. Just a few
Ugh.
laps left to go, and he's out of the Miami Grand Prix.
With every race, the car looks like a constant problem for Connor Sport. It must be devastating for the drivers.
Confirmation as the car comes to a halt. The Connor Sports Aiden Jackson won't be seeing the checkered flag today, but it looks like his teammate will. Jackson's DNF puts Devon Butler in a position where he might just be able to secure some points for Connor Sports.
Aiden's out. Yep, engine problem, I'm afraid. Good job you got me. All right, Devon, don't push it too hard. We cannot risk losing both cars here. It's in the bag, mate. All okay, Aiden? Yeah, how's Devon doing? Yeah, he's doing all right, mate. He looks like he's going to bring home some points for the team. Good for him.
Ah, how frustrating. Fuck, man. Yeah, chapter 1, frustrate. Yeah, no shit. An engine issue forces Connor Sports' Aiden Jackson to retire from the Miami Grand Prix, only a few laps from the end of the race. Oh, come on.
If it's not one thing, then it's another. Did you not see what happened out there today?
Aiden, I agree with you 100%. We are doing everything we can. I know the car is not perfect, but...
Andreo, it's every race. Do you know how I look losing easy points like this?
Knock, knock. Sounds like there's a right show going on in here. What am I missing?
Not now, Devon.
Aiden and I were just discussing issues with the car.
Again? I thought that was all in hand. I had no problems today. Smooth. You know what they say? A shoddy workman always blames his tools. mate. You can look at my setup data anytime you want. I've told you that. It might help.
And I've told you before.
New emo. I love it.
The problem is...
Jackson. That was the problem with the 2022 season. Ask anyone. I mean, at the end of 21, everyone thought Aiden was going to be signed by one of the big three. But, guess they couldn't reach an agreement, so we both signed for Connor Sport.
And do you think that affected Aiden?
That's no secret. Now, for that 22 season, Jackson was a nightmare.
Okay. Before we move on here, I mean, just a couple seconds. I need a couple minutes here to take my medication because it's a half an hour from me needing to do so. Taking it a little early is not going to hurt, but I want to make sure I don't forget. Luckily, I've got something to drink here, so taking a couple of seconds to take a couple pills is not going to hurt anything. Okay. Sorry about that. Now that that's out of the way. Let's see if we've got anything here that's... What do we have here?
Aiden, I wanted to give you a heads up. Now look, the crew has shared the latest telemetry data with us.
Fine, but I don't think it'll tell me anything I don't already know.
Just humor me, okay? I'd like you to go through it. Let me know if anything jumps out. I'm keen to iron out these problems as quickly as possible for you.
Sure thing. Thanks, Andrea.
No thanks needed. I've got your back, Aiden. Remember what I said when you joined the team. I won't let you down. Ackerman won't let me hear the end of it.
Yeah, sounds like Casper. You know he told me the same, right? It's just tricky, what with the car and Devon poking his nose in any chance he gets.
There is a lot going on for sure, but we're a team. We'll get there. I'll have a word with Devon. Tell him to give you some space, both on and off the track, okay?
Yeah, alright. Good luck with that.
Yeah, no kidding. If that ain't the damn truth. Bill struggles at Connorsport, yeah, that's no surprise, right? I feel sorry for Eden Jackson driving like a complete pro. But that car, Connorsport should be ashamed. Nah. That's... I think that's a little harsh. The only reason I say that is because a team can do everything in its power. They can be working as hard as humanly possible and still have something go wrong with the car. It happens. It's not something that only newer teams deal with. It's not something that is easy to avoid. I mean, it sometimes you can do everything you can to fight against reliability issues, and they just rear their ugly head at the worst times. It's not always the team's fault. It's many times it isn't the team's fault. They're doing everything they can, and things just don't go their way. Appreciate how hard everyone is working. We are getting so much right, and I also understand how frustrating it can be for everyone when a problem persists and simply won't go away. Rest assured, both myself and the management team are acutely aware of the continuing issues with the car, and will be enacting a plan to address them as quickly as possible. Getting the car up to optimal performance and alleviating everyone's stress levels in the process is our top priority. I'll be in touch with each department separately so we can formulate a unified strategy. We'll get there. Thank you again for all your patience and hard work. Andrea. So it's a situation that is hard, right? Because it stresses every angle of a team when there's reliability issues. And we can obviously see that it's stressing Aiden quite heavily, because it seems to me that this has been a repeated issue, right? And whether or not it's a repeated issue with the same area of the car or not is a question I have. Are we talking about a situation where there's just engine issues and they haven't nailed down what the problem is? Or are we talking about a situation where one race it's engine issues, the next race it's a suspension issue? What kind of a situation is this? That's what I'm really not sure of. Canadian Grand Prix 6 weeks later. Chapter 2. Connorsport's maiden season continues to be marred by inconsistency, but team principal Andrea Connor remains hopeful that their luck will start to change as the paddock heads to Montreal.
Hey boss, got a couple of minutes?
Local media. With this being their home circuit, Stroll and Latifi have been all over local media this weekend. One particular outlet appeared bent on using our recent struggles to pump up the expectations of the home drivers. They indicated that Connersport were easy fodder for the Canadian pair, and that our drivers shouldn't put up much competition. This will affect the bonus objective in the upcoming race. Interesting. So do we react by being confident, or do we ignore the situation? Well, I'm going to show some confidence. Because, for one, I am quite confident. Devin was on a popular streamer's channel earlier this week and promised a behind-the-scenes tour of our factory for next Thursday. This clashes with our scheduled team building days for the engineers back at the factory. Normally, I would say we don't let Devin's flights of fancy interfere with our plans, but that video has received a lot of views. The streamer has contacted us to confirm the tour. What course of action would you like to take? Well, I mean, of course, confirm it. If you promised something, then you need to deliver. Okay. Looks like we've got some negative effect here from the promise, but still, even saying all that, I do feel as though we should stick with what was said. If it was promised, then we need to deliver.
Andreo, just going over those last-minute strategy changes you sent over.
Okay.
Yeah, I just want to make it clear, whatever happens out there today, I get pit priority, yeah?
Well, we'll see how the race develops. If you need priority, you'll get it. But I can't go into the race with that on the table.
Look. We all know Jackson's not pulling his weight. Now, if you want the points, I need to make sure he's not going to get in my way. Do you get me?
Devon, we've talked about this. Give Aiden some space. It's not about you getting in the way of each other. It's about everyone pulling together, racing as a team.
Of course. Yeah, so, pit priority, yeah? All right, ciao.
Starting to think this dude's gonna be a problem. Yeah, knowing that we had a phone call before, I went into that wondering if there was going to be another one. I'm not really too worried about what the news has to say about the team. That's irrelevant. I want to stay focused. To each and every member of our illustrious team, just wanted to wish everybody the best of luck for this weekend, but I know we won't need it. Andreo tells me we're making real progress, finding solutions that will mitigate the problems with the car, so I'm expecting big things. I've already told the boys that if they don't bring home the points, there'll be trouble. So feel free to remind them any chance you get, especially Devin. Yeah, no shit. Keep that fucker in check, will you? Looking forward to seeing you all in Hungary. I've heard it's nice this time of year. Be bold, fortune favors it. You're not wrong, that's the saying, supposedly, right? So, I suppose we shall see what happens. It's kind of one of those things where, it's interesting, because I always like to keep a little bit of a check on what's being said, keep a little bit of a check on any things being thrown around the media, but at the same time, I tend to be one of those people that also looks at the media as though they can be a distraction. Because it is a distraction. It's a heavy distraction. regardless of what anybody thinks, the media at the end of the day doesn't matter. They don't matter. And that goes for anything. I don't care if you're talking about soccer, football, hockey, baseball, racing. It's really irrelevant. At the end of the day, it doesn't matter, right? It doesn't matter. All that is garbage. Everything that's being said is garbage. What happens on track, in this case, on a field, anywhere else, or in any other situation, is what matters, right? To sit there and think that anything the media is throwing around is going to matter at all is trash at the end of the day. Canadian Grand Prix Mid-Race, Chapter 2. With several laps remaining, Aiden Jackson pushes on as he hopes to secure some much-needed points for Connor Sport.
Into turn 2 we go now. Butler comes out of the pit lane. Jackson is right there with him. This is dicey, Ant. Neither one of these two wants to give way.
This would have been a lot cleaner if Jackson had just let him go. He's just not giving him an inch.
They continue onwards, still wheel to wheel, almost touching there as well, as we head down the straight towards the next chicane. Nothing to separate either car, and through the chicane we go. And now Jackson takes both off the track, and Butler over a curb. That looked nasty.
And I do believe that one of their cars is damaged here, Crofty. I think it's Butler.
Damage, Ant, but also they've lost places too.
Unbelievable and totally unnecessary as well.
Well, one damaged car, places now to make up. What a complete mess that was.
Ah, jeez. Come on.
What was that? Where did he even think it was going to go?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, calm yourself down. We'll look at it in the debrief later, but right now I want you to go and get those places back. Come on, let's go.
All right. Time to laser focus and come back from mistakes. Come on, Ocon, give me a break, dude. The hell out of my way. This happens to be a track I know quite well. I've had quite a bit of time on it. Ooh, ooh. A little too aggressive there, apparently. Got lucky we didn't tie our wheels up too heavily. Let me back off and give you some room. Last thing I meant to do was ever try to take this position dirty. I don't race dirty, at least if I can help it. Rightfully, I should have given him some room, and I did. That was my mistake.
That gap ahead, please. 1.7 seconds. Okay, you're in the top 10.
Felt the right side of the car slip on me a bit. Felt a little too much grass there. Sonoda in the rear view.
Okay, that's us with 5 laps of fuel remaining.
Got Alonso and Russell ahead of us. DRS active. That's Alonso, done and dusted. Russell. Now, mind you, I'll admit too, it looks as though, it may look as though it's, you know, easy, and yes, to some extent it is easy, but bear in mind there's also the idea that I'm, Leclerc has issues, okay. There's also the fact too that it's because of the story that I'm trying to take it easy on the difficulty. I don't want to have enough challenge that I'm sitting there trying something 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 times. I don't want that, right? If it weren't for the story, I wouldn't care so much about the difficulty. I would be bumping the difficulty up at least a bit more than this. But because of the story, I'm trying to keep things rolling. It certainly helps me get into the groove of things that were at a track that I'm used to.
Okay, so we're
Miami track I wasn't as familiar with.
0.6 seconds.
I have raced on it before, but it's been a while, so I wasn't totally familiar with that one like I am this one. I'm entirely familiar with Canada. The Canadian Grand Prix.
Okay, good work. Great pass.
Okay. So we've got that first place spot. We just got to hold steady.
Right, we've got enough
Which,
fuel for 3 more laps.
being that this is a track I'm familiar with, shouldn't be difficult. That is provided we don't have issues with the car again.
Great work. That's a new fastest lap of the race. Okay, we've only got 1 lap of fuel remaining.
It's okay, we're doing alright, just keep going. Nice.
We did it!
Good stuff.
So it's been a day of drama here at the Circuit Gilles Villeneuve today. But Ant, what stood out for you?
Well, it must be the Connor Sport moment between the two drivers there, banging wheels, not giving each other room on track. It was entertaining, of course, but definitely for all the wrong reasons.
Yeah, we enjoyed it, certainly. And Aiden Jackson, well, he'd have enjoyed the result. He did well to recover.
He did do well to recover, but, you know, you never want to see two cars, if you're the team boss, seeing two cars hit each other. It's rule number 1, don't hit your teammate.
Given all the problems they've had this season, though, getting one car over the finish line, that's probably a big result for them today. Welcome then to the podium, our top 3 drivers. What a great effort from them today in a very difficult race.
Did well there, that's for sure. Can't argue with that result. Canadian Grand Prix post-race, Chapter 2. Nothing ever changes. Jackson and Butler's rivalry from the past 2 seasons seems to be alive and well, even when they're teammates. Their unwillingness to concede position to each other at the Canadian Grand Prix is a bad look for Connor Sport. Yeah, it's, you know, it's a sucky situation when you have, and I've seen situations pop up like that in real life, where drivers have issues with each other, and it really tends to mess with things. There's no doubt about that.
Aiden, just a heads up, we're putting the debrief back by 30 minutes.
Okay, thanks for letting me know.
Listen, while I've got you on, what happened out there today?
It wasn't my fault. Devon thinks he's the only one driving.
I don't want to dwell on it too much at the meeting, but this is not how we run a team. You know this.
Of course. It's just...
No, I don't want to hear it. We have enough problems as it is. Whatever has gone on between you two in the past, I need you to put it to bed.
Sure.
I don't want to have to talk to you like this, Aiden, and I'll be saying the same to Devon. Come on now.
Sure.
See you at the debrief.
I really feel like that's bullshit, to be fair. Because at the end of the day, it's not Aiden that's causing problems. It's Butler's fucking attitude that's causing problems. And he knows it. The team knows it. They know that that's what's going on. The idea that you need to talk to both drivers like both drivers are a problem is bullshit. We know what the problem is. We clearly know what the hell the problem is. It's obvious. Hungarian Grand Prix several weeks later. Chapter 3. With over half the 2022 season now in the books, and having endured more than their fair share of teething issues, Aiden Jackson and the team at Connorsport attempt to prove the doubters wrong and make a strong statement before heading into the summer break.
Hey there, can you raise that lamp about 6 inches, right? Excellent. A butler should always look sharp. So.
At what point in the 22 season was it clear to you that the team was struggling?
Oh, well, right after the Hungarian GP. I may only be the money, but even to me it was obvious. The whole thing was a shambles.
Yet again, Connorsport's Jackson and Butler battling it out on track. It seems as
Hang
if
on 2 seconds, Nats.
Okay, Devon, Aiden's lapping faster than you. I need you to let him pass, please. Devon, do you copy? Listen to me, I need you to let Aiden pass now.
Butler just completely blanking the order there. Seems like he didn't even acknowledge it.
Too true, but as you can see, no way through for Jackson. No way at all. This Connorsport rivalry is getting heated on the track here in Hungary.
Hey, thanks, Noctum. I appreciate it, buddy. Heavily appreciate it. Overtake Butler before lap 14. Alright. This fucker's becoming a real problem. He's kind of pissing me off. Oh, you want to fucking... Fucking crisscross me, you son of a bitch.
Okay, so the gap to the car ahead, 2.6 seconds.
Former Drivers' World Champion Vettel in front of us. Make sure I give Vettel plenty of space. Doesn't mean I can't race hard. I'm sure Vettel would expect nothing less. Ricardo, Albon, Ocon, all three in front of us. DRS active.
That was the fastest lap of the race. Keep this up. Well done.
Give me some space. Thank you.
Brilliant. Nice move. Keep going.
Oof. Jeez, Alonso, holy shit, man. K-Mag in front of us. For those who may not be aware, Kevin Magnussen, nicknamed K-Mag by most drivers.
You're in the top 10 now. Keep it up. And that's just 5 laps of fuel remaining.
Seventh place, we have a few laps to go here. See if we can pick anything up. Carlos Sainz in front of us.
That was the fastest lap of the race so far.
Got past Perez. Fifth spot, 2 from a podium. That was a nice move there. Wait till the braking point, slip inside. He couldn't adjust fast enough to defend. It's like we've got Leclerc that just dropped into the pits. That gives us third position. We've got Verstappen and Hamilton ahead of us. Hamilton, as everybody that's an F1 fan will know, a multiple-time drivers' world champion. Seen as one of the best drivers to ever do it. And rightfully so, frankly. The man is an F1 god, frankly, at this point.
Okay, the gap behind is 7.8 seconds. Okay, the final lap. Keep your concentration and let's bring it home.
Yep. Stay focused. You're doing okay. Stay focused, stay clean.
Okay, we've only got one lap of fuel remaining.
Okay. So Verstappen, Hamilton, and I will all be meeting at the podium to say job well done. Job better done by me on this day.
So Nats, who else out there deserves a mention today?
Well, I feel like there are a couple, but let's start with Aiden Jackson.
Couldn't agree more. Jackson had a brilliant race, didn't he?
Yeah, we know Connor Sport have struggled all season. Jackson's done really well today, and that's in spite of the problems with his own teammate.
Even before they became teammates, these two had their fair share of run-ins. It's a fascinating rivalry. You can't take your eyes off it for one moment. But nonetheless, some much-needed points today for Connor Sport. The faces on our top three look so incredibly happy as they make their way up to the podium. A much-deserved victory and a brilliant performance from them all.
Good stuff, so we were able to survive another race and rack up another victory. It's a good sign for the car issues we've been having, that's for sure.
Well, a good race out there again today, Aidan, but what we do all want to know, what exactly happened with Devon? It sounded like he completely ignored a direct team order.
Yeah, I'm going to stick with what they're giving me the option for.
Yeah, what do you expect? It's Devon.
As much as I can.
Out of order out there. He really needs to rein it in. He's not the only one driving. I'm sure the team will have a lot to say about it.
Well, he did certainly seem to cause you some trouble out there today. And after that, and what happened in Canada, what would you say to those wondering if the old Jackson-Butler rivalry is well and truly back?
I think it's quite obvious what the problem is.
That Devon will never change. Devon only cares about Devon, and I'm not going to bend to that. So call it what you want.
So issues with Devon aside, how do you feel it went out there today? Do you think the team will be pleased with your performance?
Could I have pushed it harder? Probably. It was a good enough result, but, you know, with the past issues of the car, I feel maybe we held back a little bit. I'll definitely be putting in the work for the next race weekend, for sure.
So, you mentioned the car there. In that regard, Connor Sport's not had the easiest of times so far this season. Has that all been sorted? Are those reliability concerns well and truly behind you?
I hope so. I mean, today was good. Yeah, there was no issues with the car. It's always difficult when a driver brings everything they've got and the car lets them down at the last minute. But, you know, I've been told the team has got it all under control, so yeah, we'll see what happens in the next few races.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Hungarian Grand Prix post-race. Despite Devon's lack of cooperation during the race, Aiden still manages to get past his Connersport teammate and secure points for the team at the Hungaroring.
Okay, I'll leave that in your capable hands. Devon, you had a problem with a team order today?
Didn't happen.
What?
Look, I know everyone's saying I ignored it, but it didn't happen. I never got the order. Check the comms.
Shoddy workman always blames his tools, eh?
Check the comms.
Okay, we checked the communication pipeline. Fix it. This cannot happen again.
Typical.
Aiden, listen.
What's the point?
It's just Devon being Devon.
And what? That makes it okay? He's an arrogant...
No, you're right to call him out. But imagine if we didn't give him certain freedoms. He'd be even harder to manage. As his father, I know. Aiden, you're the best driver that we have. And it's right for you to put Devon in his place. He needs it. The team needs it.
Thanks. Between you and me, I don't think this team is right for me. I think...
Honestly, we don't deserve you. And I know that you're being discussed at other teams. So just keep doing what you're doing.
Sure. I'm sorry if I've spoken out of turn. About Devon.
Not at all. You know the best way to keep Devon in his place?
What's that?
Beat him.
That's pretty telling when you have your father saying that about you.
Could you take a look at this, please?
A Star is Born. Connersport have been contacted by a film production company. They are currently in the pre-production phase of the latest installment in the ever-popular Throttle Zone movie franchise, and want to offer a cameo role to one of our drivers. They are also keen to use Connersport branding within the picture, and it would be an excellent opportunity to help put the team on the map. The question is, which driver should represent Connersport in the movie? Well, I'm not giving it to Devon, are you kidding me? He's a prick. Why would I even bend to that? No. It's not. No. When challenged by the press about disregarding the team order during today's race, Devon went public with the comms issue. We're now being pressured for a statement. What is our response? Well, as I said earlier, I feel like I should take the opportunities when they come, so I'm going to. Devon's promised factory tour for the popular streamer was a real success. The video got a lot of traction on social media and has helped get the Connersport name out there. However, the team back at the factory were really disappointed about having their team building days rescheduled at such late notice. Morale has been pretty low since. That's alright, they'll get over themselves. What needed to happen, and I feel like promises that were made should be kept.
Davidoff.
So, I had a word with Aiden.
And?
Nothing to worry about. Don't think there'll be any more problems.
What did you say?
Doesn't matter. We level with each other. Just leave Aiden to me from now on.
And, what about Devon?
What about Devon?
We both know it wasn't the comms, right?
Andrea, listen. Devon may push his luck from time to time, but I won't have his integrity questioned. If he says it was the comms, then you know what to do. Yes?
Right. Sure. I'll have them checked again.
See that you do.
This is interesting. So now you've got this fool backing him too? When he knows damn well that Devin was being a dick? Real interesting. Andrea, we've checked, double-checked, and triple-checked the comms as requested. 0 problems or faults every single time. Yeah, just as I figured. Even when we've tried to cause a fault to replicate what could have happened during the race, they've come back perfect. Why am I not surprised? Happy to send across a full technical report, or even give you a physical demo if you want to pop down. But between us, I think the problem may lie with the driver. Yeah, my thoughts exactly. Let us know if you want to keep going, or if we can draw a line under it. Well, now it's even more obvious to me what's going on. I already suspected as much as it was, so not really much of a surprise there, right? Okay. Well, I think we can move on then.
Hey, we need your input on this one.
Being the new team on the grid has its advantages. Our merchandise has proved really popular, much more so than we were expecting, with some lines either sold out or stock running low. We've had a word with the sportwear division, though, and they can't increase production without affecting other countersport lines. This issue is a bit bigger than just your F1 interest. How should we handle this? Interesting. Well, since we've got one labeled and I've been sticking with them, I see no reason to change course now. The R&D department have been in touch. They need to finalize their schedule for the coming months in order to cement their plans for next season. They are keen to shift focus solely towards the 2023 car now, but there are some conflicting opinions in engineering as they believe there are some easy gains to be made this season. Where should they focus their efforts? Well, I suppose we shall stick with the labeling and see where it takes us.
So, what about Callie Mayer? Was she on your radar at this point?
Of course. She was making big waves in F2. And Ackerman would not shut up about her.
Oh, really? That's interesting. Real interesting. The Netherlands F2 Sprint Race. Chapter 4. Upcoming British F2 driver, Callie Mayer, finds herself dominating the competition in the sprint race at Zandvoort. Not content to sit out in front leading the race, Mayer and the team at Trident decide to opt for an unorthodox strategy. Wonder what they might be referring to.
Here's our race leader, Callie Mayer. She has been blisteringly fast around Zandvoort here today.
And look at that! She's going into pit!
Interesting strategy they've decided on there. She has been lapping at rapid pace, but is this the right call?
Yeah, it's a bold move, for sure. Looks crazy to me, but let's find out.
Here she goes then, on brand new tyres. The rest of the field still sticking with their original set. Where exactly does Kalle Meyer come out? Let's see.
Okay, Kalle, let's go. We're going to leave it to you. You know what to do. Come on. Copy that.
Okay.
I'm on it.
We've been charged with trying to win. Let's go out there and get that checkered flag, shall we? But we're on 8 of 15. Should have plenty of laps to make this work.
Nice work, mate. That brings you up a place. Gap to your teammate behind is 15.9 seconds.
Caught the edge a bit. More than I hoped.
Great work. That's a new fastest lap of the race.
Of course, having brand new fresh slicks is definitely going to help, right? Certainly makes ending this race a lot easier than having worn tires out there. Especially on this particular track. This track does have some spots where there's places that you can have a little bit of leeway, but it also has plenty of spots that are very meticulous, where you need to be very careful. Having newer tires definitely helps.
That was the fastest lap of the race. Keep this up. Well done. Good job. That was the fastest lap of the race so far.
Sorry, Don, it's taken me a little bit to take a look at that message. I'm kind of glancing down at it every time I get a moment where I'm okay on track. I did notice, though. Oh, shh. Damn it. That's exactly what I was talking about. Caught the edge. Didn't look like we did too much damage, though, so that's good. We got 12. 3 left. Not so bad. These F2 cars are... It's interesting because they're very close to what the F1s would be, and I mean, short of maybe not being as powerful, I don't even really know if that's necessarily the case, but it doesn't seem to be too much difference in drivability either. They handle very much the same. Ooh, 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 ah, ow. That's not going to be good for the tires. Oh, not good. Not good. Oh. Talk about having to get some rocks out of the fucking... out of the tires. Jeez. Oh. That was ugly. Took that completely wrong. Yeah, being less hungry is definitely a good thing, that's for fucking sure. I know that feeling. I had a bunch of chicken before I started stream, so
Caution, caution.
definitely not worried about that at the moment. Despite the fact that we are about an hour and a half into things. Okay. So that confirmed that little bit of a tap we had earlier really didn't do much. Wasn't really a big deal. Good to know.
Okay, mate, this is the final lap of the race. Final lap.
That was what I meant to do earlier, and it didn't happen the way I wanted it to. About to come up to the finish here. And we'll see where the story goes from here. Thanks for the lurk, Shipro-Man. I appreciate it.
Take a bow. What a
Means a ton to me, my friend.
First here in the Netherlands. It was such an unlikely strategy from Maya, but she and the team have made a success of it. What a race, what a performance, what a genuine joy to watch. Our drivers are making their way out for the podium celebrations, and it's going to be Trident picking up the winner's trophy. Congratulations to the entire team for coming out on top in that amazing race.
I wasn't aware that there was going to be a dip into F2 with this. Interesting. Netherlands post-race, Chapter 4. Mayer manages to win in convincing fashion after an unconventional pit stop. Each race win shows why Mayer's such a promising young driver in Formula 2. Yeah, I mean, can't argue with results.
Kelly, what do you put your success down to this season?
Oh, I'd say probably my speed.
In what way?
I find lapping faster than everyone else really, really helps. Casper.
No.
Seriously though, I have a great team around me, and this guy, more than anyone else, has been pretty useful to have around. Casper, what are you shy? Come up here.
Yes, okay.
And Callie says you've been a factor this season, Casper.
I'm not the one driving.
Didn't agree with my tyre strategy though.
This one has no respect for her elders.
But can you give us more detail as to the exact role that you're playing, Casper?
None whatsoever. It's all about her.
He's probably right, to be fair.
So, were you already in touch with Casper Ackerman at that point?
Ackerman and I go way back.
Interesting. Real interesting. Let's see, do we end up with a call here?
Let me guess, you saw the race, couldn't be prouder, and everyone in the office wouldn't stop screaming.
Well, that saved me a few minutes. Guess I'll speak to you later then.
How are you, Mum?
Oh, I couldn't be prouder, Cal. That was one hell of a race. Everyone in the office wouldn't stop screaming.
Shut up.
Honestly, the way you're driving, I think we're going to have to change your name.
What's here this time?
Callie Winner. You've got this in the bag, Cal.
Oh, okay. That is the kind of award-winning journalism that we really do need right now, but one race at a time, okay?
That sounds like Casper talking. Is he looking after you?
Yeah, always. Actually, I've got a meeting with him that I'm running a bit late for, so I've got to dash. I'm sorry.
Oh, okay, sweetheart. Call me tonight, and well done.
Yeah.
Always gotta love a call from Mom, right? Japanese Grand Prix several weeks later, Chapter 5. With only a handful of races remaining in the 2022 campaign, Connor Sport are still looking to make their mark on the sport during their first season as part of the F1 grid.
Got another one for you.
Sold out merchandise. While we've been able to keep the F1 Connor Sport shop fully stocked, we're getting some negative press regarding the quality of the finish on some of the items. Frankly, it's not up to our usual standards. We've had to issue more refunds than expected, and it's affected our projected numbers for this year. That's not good. Definitely not good. See if a call comes through here or not.
Davidov?
Connor, just thought I'd call for a catch-up.
Wait. What time is it where you are?
Doesn't matter. I wanted a report before the race.
Ah, right. I did ask them to send across all the data to you. Perhaps they forgot. I'll make sure to,
No, I've got it all here. Busy man, Andrea. I don't have time to read all that. How's it all look?
The car is running well, data's solid, whole team seems confident, and based on the forecasts, we're sticking to the original tire strategy as we discussed, so we'll see.
Good. And the boys?
Keeping to themselves, so no fireworks. Aiden's been a little quiet, but that's usually a good sign before a race. And Devon's...
I've already spoken to Devon. He's good to go.
Oh. Right.
Well, keep up the good work. Good luck. I'm sure we'll speak after.
All right. You say so?
Hey, boss, got a couple of minutes?
As usual with the movie industry, there's been a delay in production, so the filming will take place next season. Booked in for just after the Spanish Grand Prix race weekend. This clashes with a scheduled mid-season testing day in Catalunya. Davidoff is keen we allow Connorsport to get as much exposure as possible and stick to the filming schedule. We can't realistically commit to both. Well, I mean, we're already deep into the film at this point. Gotta stick with it. Japanese Grand Prix mid-race, Chapter 5. A solid start to the race sees Aiden on pace for one of his better performances behind the wheel of the Connorsport car.
Okay, mate, I need you to push before the pit window opens. Push.
On it.
Overtake Bottas before lap 8. All right. Bottas is 8th, which means we need to get past Sainz and then Bottas for this to work.
Okay, you're in the top 10.
Another pit stop here at Suzuka. This time it's Aiden Jackson coming in. He's been making steady progress today, and Connorsport need him to. They desperately need some results, and they could do without this. And look, there's chaos in that garage.
Absolutely, only
Oh,
three wheels
jeez.
on the car at the moment, Crofty. Aiden Jackson.
Oh,
looks like he's
jeez.
spare. Here comes that spare
Come
wheel
on,
now.
guys.
That's a long time
Ugh.
to wait, just sat in the cockpit.
Oh, no.
Down at Connorsport.
Well, the tyre is finally out of the garage and on the car.
Oh, that was
Aiden
forever.
Jackson's back out in the race, but it's a long time in the pit, and that will cost them
Ugh.
dearly.
Oh, God. That was forever.
was that? How many places did I lose? Okay, try not to worry about that, Aiden. Just focus on the race, get your head down, and let's pull it back. I'm sick of
Ah, Christ. Give me a break. Ah! Ugh! What the... I don't even know what the hell happened right there. What happened? Ah. It doesn't look like anything serious happened there. It was just... I didn't even catch the gravel. It just looks like it threw me off. The two sections together just threw me off. Ugh. It didn't go the way I had it planned. Not that I really had it planned, period, but fair enough. You know. Is what it is, I suppose. Ah, you... Are you kidding me? You had me flashback... You had me flashback there of all places? Come on. Give me a break. How rough. Okay. You got your car in one piece, so just stay focused. You can make it up. Oh, that's rough.
Nice move. Good job.
Oh, that was fucking beautiful. Nice fucking pass. Nice job. That's what we need right there is purple laps. That'll help us pick things up. Ah! Come on. Really? And back end tore out on me. Really bad fucking time for that to happen. Come on, stay focused. Ah, I got lucky right there. You guys are killing me. I can't stay stuck behind them for that long.
Okay, that's us with 5 laps of fuel remaining. 5 laps of fuel left.
Ah, fuck. Yeah, that's great for the tires. Fuck me.
Okay, so we're leading our teammate by 5.7 seconds.
Ah, that fucking curb, dude. Oh. Oh, that turn is killing me. Turn is absolutely killing me right now. Hell no, you stay back there where you belong.
And gap to the car in front is 1.9 seconds.
Can't let Leclerc hold us up. Not if I want to win this. Nice work.
Okay, good work. Great pass.
God! Fucking took the wrong angle again. Son of a bitch. I should have went outside. I knew better than that, and I wasn't thinking about the turn that was coming up. Fuck. Come on, focus. I can't afford Perez holding me up like this.
Okay, just 2 laps of fuel remaining now. Okay, you've just started the final lap of the race. Final lap.
Okay. Just relax. No mistakes. Just keep it clean. Nice. Oh, that was uglier than I wanted it to be, but fair enough.
Close to call at the top of the table. Meanwhile, at the other end, Nat, you can really understand Aiden Jackson's frustrations today.
Yeah, they've had car problems all season long, Crofty. They've had a bad mix-up in the garage today. Connor Sport won't be proud of that one.
And Connor Sport won't be proud of that. It's the longest pit stop we've had this season. Not the sort of record any team wants to set. A show-stopping performance from the 3 drivers approaching the podium right now. It's been an interesting Grand Prix, that's for sure.
Well, Aiden, I'm sure you already know what I'm going to ask. That pit stop looked like a nightmare. So what on earth happened today?
Okay. I noticed we had a bit of a break there that was going on, a bit of an ad break. Nothing was really too heavily missed during that, just so anybody knows. That might have been stuck in an ad. It was really just a podium celebration more than anything. Other than that, not much else was even happening.
Yeah, well, we all know that every race has a hiccup, so you could just never tell when it's going to happen. You just got to be ready and roll with the punches. I guess on the plus side, a mess up like that means that this mistake will never happen again.
Well, there is a lot of talk on social media about whether Devon is actually getting preferential treatment by the team. So do you think, is there any truth to that, or is it an unfair assumption?
This is an interesting one. Really interesting.
Devon struggles to keep up sometimes, so maybe he could use a little preferential treatment. No, I'm joking. Whatever helps Devon helps the team. It's fine.
Well, Aiden, the list seems to get longer. Car reliability, you and Devon bumping wheels, and now issues in the pit lane. Huge mounting problems at Connor Sport. Has there been any talk at all about what the team might do next season, considering that you and Devon just don't seem to get along?
Yeah, I've been thinking about next season. But who knows what the future will bring. At the moment, it's all about Connor Sport and bringing in as many points as I can.
And finally, I've got to ask you about this. Rumours have recently emerged that you will be playing a role in the next Throttle Zone film. Can you comment on this?
Yeah, I'm super excited for it, and I can't wait to see what I'm going to be doing. They approached me for a part, and it sounds so fun. I can't wait to start this opportunity.
That's great, thank you.
Japanese Grand Prix post-race, Chapter 5. An untimely pit stop error cost Aiden valuable time at the Japanese Grand Prix, which only serves to stroke his frustrations with the team at Connor Sport. Yeah, no kidding. Frankly, the fact that it was on the level it was on, by that I mean difficulty level, and the fact that I was driving was the only reason it ended the way it did after all that bullshit. But, as I said before, the last thing I really want to be doing is having to do something 5 times when there's a story involved. Let's see if we got a call that comes through here again. Of course we do.
Talk to me.
About what? You saw the race, right? What is there to say?
Thought you could do with blowing off a little steam.
What is even the point in wasting any more energy? If it's not the car, it's the team. If it's not the team, it's the car. No one seems to care how much effort I'm putting into all of this.
Which is why you need to double down. Listen, I promised I wouldn't say anything, but the top 3 are talking, Aiden.
What?
They've already reached out to us. Looks like there might be some last-minute negotiations on the cards, but keep that to yourself, okay?
Yeah, of course.
No doubt there'll be some wrangling. You're contracted for another season, but your tenacity has been noticed.
Wow, I don't know what to say.
Don't say anything you're not supposed to know. I hate to admit it, but Connor Sport can't keep up with you, Aiden. Just do me a favor, would you?
Yeah, sure. What is it?
I need you to push as hard as you can to get as much out of you before I lose you to a better team. Can you do that for me?
Of course. No problem.
Good boy. You know I'm here whenever you need me. Speak soon.
Well, despite the fact that I really have issues with Devin Butler, I can respect the fact that he's trying to get as much out of Aiden as he can before things change. It does make sense. If you know you're going to lose him, you may as well try to get what you can while you can. And rightfully so, out of respect for the fact that, you know, were I an F1 driver in this position, I would want to give everything I could. Just out of respect for the fact that I had a spot on the team in the first place. So it does make sense.
You saw it, right? The pit stop? How am I supposed to deal with that? I know. I want a chance to prove what I can do, though. In a top-tier seat. I deserve it. I've heard there might be interest. I can't stay here. Okay. Well, what would you do?
So, what advice did you give him?
Well, I told him to try to stay calm, see out the season, and then go to the final team meeting. See if that changed his mind.
And where were you at this point?
Oh, I was busy getting Callie ready for the final race of the F2 season.
Abu Dhabi, another track that I'm very familiar with. Final race of the F2 2022 season. Chapter 6. Having put together a number of impressive performances throughout the season, Callie Mayer finds herself within touching distance of the Formula 2 championship at the season finale in Abu Dhabi. Yeah, you know, the whole idea that they keep going back and forth here is interesting to me. I'm not sure what to think of it right this minute. I don't mind it. I just have a feeling there's got to be a tie-in here somewhere. A bigger tie-in than what I'm seeing. Abu Dhabi mid-race, Chapter 6. With only a few laps remaining, Callie sets her sights on the F2 Championship.
The final race of the season now well underway here in Abu Dhabi. A few different drivers in contention for the F2 Championship. But here's the favourite, Callie Mayer.
She's been so consistent this season, so fast. My money's on Mayer for the championship, no question.
If she can finish high enough, the title belongs to her.
How am I doing? It's looking good, Callie. Come on, a podium should clinch this for us.
Then podium it is.
Five laps left at Abu Dhabi with a podium needed. Should be able to make that happen. Trying to outbrake there, but it didn't happen as clean as I wanted it to. You're really going to give me a warning for that? Come on. Barely even touched me at the end of it all.
Great work. That's a new fastest lap of the race.
Really? Come on.
And the gap behind us is 13.0 seconds.
Got a good gap, that's for sure. Gotta love that.
That was the fastest lap of the race. Keep this up. Well done.
Just a couple laps left.
Good job. That was the fastest lap of the race so far. Congratulations, you're the champion.
Nice stuff.
Callie Mayer, get used to the name. She has her whole career ahead of her, and this is just the beginning. She's done it, as many predicted she would. A star is born. Callie Mayer becomes the first woman ever to win the F2 championship.
Historic. Well, I mean, someone had to be the first. But I just hope that this shows that talent can get you as far as money.
And what about your dad? Has he called to congratulate you yet, Callie?
Nope. Next question.
Callie, what's it like being a woman in motorsports? We're sure everyone wants to know.
I don't know, John. What's it like being a man in journalism? Next question.
Hot-headed, yes, for sure. But you know, that's kind of what you need in a driver. Let's not forget that Callie taking the championship was a big deal. You know, for the sport, but really for everyone.
And for you? How did you feel?
It was one of the proudest moments of my career. It was the first time I mentored anyone. Yeah. I was a little sad to be moving on.
So, had you already told Callie about your new job?
Yes, of course. And I told her, you know, how I wished that I could take her with me. But she understood.
And Aiden, had you told him?
No, he was too busy.
Busy?
Preparing to tell the team that he was leaving Connorsport.
Good evening, everybody. Thank you for coming. I know Aiden had something he wanted to say, but first I have a matter I would like to address formally. It is no secret that I have been spread a little thin this season. I mean, I own the team, I run the team, it's a lot, okay? Which is why I will be stepping away from the principal role next season. I'll still be pushing Connorsport Racing to be the brand we know it can be, whilst the new principal will be laser-focused on performance and results. And we have already found a man to step into that role. Casper.
Holy smokes.
Thank you, everyone. Now, this is a big step up for me. I'm really looking forward to see what next season brings. It's truly an honor to be on board.
I am sorry for the dramatic nature of the announcement, okay? Humor the man who pays you. We all look forward to working with Casper, yes? Good. Then let us continue. Aiden, you had something you wanted to say? The floor is yours.
No, it's nothing. I just wanted to say, thank you, everybody, for all your hard work this year. And I'm really looking forward to next season, especially with Casper at the helm.
Interesting. Real interesting. And this is even more interesting. Why, you might ask? Well, because it turns out that the Bahrain Grand Prix is something of a home for me, as far as Formula One is concerned. I say this not because I have any attachment to Bahrain, other than knowing that it's on the F1 calendar. It's said because of the idea that the Bahrain track is my favorite track. It's a track I've put in, hell, hundreds, if not thousands of hours. I've put in a lot of track time here. So, interesting that it finally pops up. 3 months later, Chapter 7, 2023 and a fresh start. While the 2022 season exposed them to the harsh realities of life as a team on the F1 grid, Connersport Butler Global Racing looked set to bounce back with a newly invigorated team, now helmed by the fan favorite and former driver, Casper Ackerman.
Did Casper being around affect you going into the 23 season?
I have bigger things going on than Casper.
Do you have any regrets about 2023? Anything you'd have done differently?
No, I'm in a good place now. Besides, what's to regret about being the story of the season?
Interesting. Real interesting. Bahrain Race Day, Chapter 7. With his confidence high, Devin Butler looks to set to start the season strong at the Bahrain Grand Prix. Now, I really tend to wonder, are they actually planning on putting us in the shoes of Devin Butler? Because after all the issues I had racing against the fool, it's going to be real interesting to see where this story goes with him.
Welcome to the Bahrain International Circuit, and any moment now our drivers will take to the track and the Bahrain Grand Prix can begin. There's no shortage of passing opportunities around the 3.36 miles of the Bahrain International Circuit, with the best, of course, at turn 1, and then another soon after into turn 4. 15 corners here, 6 to the left and 9 to the right, and we could see 1 or 2 flat spots into that tight left-hander of turn 10. So with the race not far away from starting, here's what today's grid rundown looks like. Max Verstappen put in a fantastic lap yesterday, and he'll start from pole position. And it's Charles Leclerc in P2. Moving on to the rest of the grid, we have Fernando Alonso, Russell, Perez, Hamilton, Sainz, Stroll, Ocon, Norris, Albon, Oscar Piastri, Butler, Jackson, Gasly, Tsunoda, Bottas, Sargent, Joe, Magnussen, De Vries, and Nico Hulkenberg rounds off the grid. With preparations almost complete, let's head down to the track. 2023 Bahrain. We're about to get going, and I hope you've enjoyed the build-up just as much as we have. The teams are ready on the grid. They're ready in the garages too, but in the commentary box alongside me, are you ready, Ant?
Of course I'm ready, Crofty. New season, new challenges for all of them out there, drivers and teams. I love this part of the year, Crofty. This is where it really kicks off, and you get to showcase all that hard work you've done through the winter months. Does it pay off?
Yeah, that's the question, isn't it? What does the 2023 season have in store for us? We're about to find out.
Okay, Devon, it's a brand new season, you know that, so let's start it as we mean to go on, okay? Okay? Let's get out there, come on.
They've actually got me starting the race here? This is interesting. Real interesting. Okay. Haven't seen this up till now. Top 5, huh? Okay. Top 3 and get fast lap for the bonus. Oh, come on. Got me racing a full 14-lap race here. Interesting.
Nice work, mate. That brings you up a place.
Funny that the first time they had me racing a full race, it happens to be where I'm most comfortable. I couldn't have predicted that. If this does indeed end up being a full race. From the sounds of it, it will. Of course, the race at Bahrain is obviously, you know, real life way more than 14 laps, but the point I'm making is that normally I'm starting mid-race in most of these, as we've seen, so for there to even be a start sequence involved is interesting.
Not expecting any changes to the weather today. It should be dry throughout. Dry's definitely seem like the fastest tyre at the moment. You only have to stop once now. One stop left. Okay, we're approaching the pit window. You're going to be on softs.
That's what I needed to know, guys. Give me a break. What are we looking at here? Okay. So anywhere from 6 to the end of the race, basically.
gap to your teammate behind is 36.5 seconds.
Oops. Forgot to flip that. I'm used to having that be away from the D-pad so that I don't have to take my hand off the joystick. Forgot to flip that when I started playing this.
Box, we're coming in this lap.
"27-second gap, we should be able to pit no problem. Should cover the delta just fine. Okay, come on, guys. Give me a good stop here. Nice. 2.8, I'll take it. Could have been a lot better, but I'll take it.
Last stop, no more scheduled pit stops. Let's go.
So now we've got basically what is a fresh, soft set of tires to finish the race on. Best place to be.
Aiden's in the pits. Aiden in the pits. We're leaving the car behind by 34.4 seconds. That was the fastest lap of the race. Keep this up. Well done.
Nice. Nice job. Oh shit. Ah. Missed my braking point. It's a little late. Would you get the hell out of my way, Bottas? Jeez.
And that's just 5 laps of fuel remaining.
See if I can navigate through all this blue flag traffic without having an issue.
We've got 4 laps of fuel remaining.
Just a few laps to go at this point, finishing up 12, 13, and then 14. Hamilton doing the right thing there and moving over for me. Appreciate that.
We've only got 2 laps of fuel left. Okay, this is your final lap of the race.
There we go. That's straight away.
Meanwhile, plenty of surprises in the midfield. So where do we start, Ant?
Well, I think we have to look at Connor Sport. And for me, they've been the biggest surprise so far. And Butler, he's doing fantastically well.
Thing is, though, they've got to sustain that over the course of the whole season, and that is easier said than done. Certainly one Casper Ackermann will be hoping that this season is better than his last. Here comes your top three, making their way down to the podium for what can only be described as a fantastic day for Formula One.
There we go. Another win for Connor Sport. I'd love to see that.
What a start to the season, Devon. You must be happy with that performance.
Yeah, it just comes so naturally to me. I don't really think anything of it. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying it wasn't impressive. I mean, you seem impressed. I'm sure others do too, and rightfully so. I'm just saying that it was actually pretty easy for me today.
Well, you've had your share of run-ins in the past with teammate Aiden Jackson. Crucial question is that behind you? How do you feel about him right now?
This is an interesting response.
Aiden is the greatest F1 driver of all time. You ask him, he'll tell you. What, you think I've got an attitude problem? Aiden has got stealth ego, let me tell you. You don't know it's there, and then it emerges. He's a handful. Trust me.
Well, Connor Sport surprised everyone by appointing Casper Ackermann as team principal this season. So how do you feel about taking orders from someone that you've got such a history with?
I think he's going to do a terrific job, you know? Mainly because he's got me on his team, so he can't go too far wrong. Now, I'm sure he's incredibly thankful to have me as a driver.
Well, you're embarking on a new year, but what would a successful season look
Way
like?
to soak up the spotlight, asshole.
If my dad thinks I've driven one good race by the end of the season, I'll consider myself a massive success. No, seriously. he's a difficult man to please, and we've got to do our best to keep him happy. So yeah, one good race, according to the old man. Can it be done? Watch this space.
Well, thank you for chatting with us. Great to have your time.
Bahrain Grand Prix Post-Race, Chapter 7. Devon starts the season in fantastic form with an impressive result for Connor Sport Insecure.
Great race out there today, just in the highlights. Listen, I know we've had our run-ins and, well, last season was last season. Fresh start for the team. What do you say?
Huh, Jackson. Yeah, cheers, mate. Bin's over there. Yeah. Nice one.
How about the season?
He didn't hear a word he said.
The 2023 season
What
was
an idiot.
completely different for Connor Sport.
How so?
Well, the car, for one. We'd ironed out the most critical issues, and it was just starting to live up to its potential.
Can we talk about what happened with Devon?
He didn't seem so interested in bringing that up. Interesting. Real interesting. Okay, well, we've just hit the 3-hour mark. I'm feeling like I definitely need a bite to eat. So I think that's going to be about it for me. I think I'm going to call it there for now. Having said that, I hope everybody enjoyed themselves. I hope you enjoyed the story. I had a good time taking a look at this because I heard that it was going to be good, so it didn't disappoint. I've had a lot of fun with this. Whether or not I return to it or not is still to be determined. I've got a few different things that are new that I'm looking to bring to the channel in the near future here. A few new games that I haven't had on the channel yet that I think will be a lot of fun to have. So we'll see where this fits into the rotation and everything. But, you know, as it stands here, it's kind of a roulette wheel. I try to do what I can to give the term variety streamer some meaning, right? So I have quite a few different things that I throw on the channel every now and then. We'll see what happens. I'll definitely bring it back. I'm just not exactly sure when it's going to be. But having said that, I want to thank everybody for dropping by. Thank you for hanging out with me. I appreciate it. If you haven't dropped a follow and you want to come back again, please do drop a follow. Please do come back. I'm always happy to have people hang out with me, and I'm, of course, happy to have lurkers if they wish to stay and lurk. That's perfectly fine. The lurkers are always welcome here, so thank you so much. I appreciate it. It has definitely been a lot of fun on my end today, so having said that, I'm going to drop us to the ending soon screen and try to find somebody to raid out to before I go get a bite to eat. So thanks a lot. I appreciate it, everybody. Have a great day.